Hello, hello. I guess I probably should have tested this before stream, but no, it looks like you can hear me. Let's turn that up a bit. Okay. Stupid ads. Stupid fucking Jeffrey Bezos and his stupid fucking ads. Yeah, I know.
Hey, it's ad time!
So loud. Brother. Since when was there a misery mode? Oh, what's up, Chubbs? Thank you for the resub. Welcome in. There's apparently a misery mode now? It's been a year since I played this. I know they've added some things, updated some things. Let's read the description for... Oh my god. Okay, first of all, before we even read the description, I just want to note. The icon for Pilgrim is a fox. The icon for Voyager is an owl. Stalker is a wolf. Interloper is this skull with a crow. And Misery is just a corpse. Corpse. Even the icon is a corpse. This For expert players looking for a unique and devastating survival challenge beyond Interloper, you start with the most minimal resources in an already harsh and hostile world on the brink. At timed intervals, you will gradually succumb to permanent, unavoidable afflictions unique to Misery. No feats allowed. Oh, what's up, Nomad? How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for the resub, Zelda. Pretty late, so you'll pass out soon. How's it going, Sierra? Chubbs, I'm doing great. Welcome back in. This is gonna be one to chill out to. I'm not gonna be loud or anything. I'm not gonna scream about anything. We're gonna play on Voyager because I'm looking to chill, like I said. And of all things, I think we're gonna start in the coastal highway. We're gonna have a nice, easy time and make a nice, cozy house to live in this bleak, terrible, terrible, cold world where there's so much snow. Why is there so much snow? Dang, that frog emote from the hype train looks awesome. Does it? Does it? Some of the hype emotes are actually decent. I think I only have 4 feats available, so these are like things you get for playing the game enough. So we got Straight to the Heart. You now experience the effect of coffee, energy drinks, and stamina for 25% longer. Free runner, your sprinting burns 25% fewer calories. Benefit is of this cold fusion is you get less cold. And then book smarts, you get 10% more book. Those are like the permanent buffs. And then they added this thing. Oh, Chubbs, if you've never seen this, I love this game. This is one of my favorite games of all time. I think I listed it on my top 25, which I probably need to redo at this point. It's been like 2 years. Yeah, Christmas Starvation Simulator sites. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's about that time. But they added this cougar thing. I mean, it's a cougar. They added a cougar. The most deadly and ferocious predator you will encounter in the long dark. The cougar's relentless stalking can be mitigated, but only for a time. Choose wisely. Disable if you are unready to be stalked by this predator in your game. Now, see, as far as I understand it, what this does is it turns on asshole mode, where this thing just permanently like stalks you. Turning this off doesn't get rid of cougars. They're still around. It's just that there won't be this mode where you're constantly harassed by one, because I guess some people like suffering. Like I said, we're doing chill mode. I don't really fuck with this cougar shit. I still kind of want them to be around, but I think disabling this doesn't turn them off. It's just that they won't stalk you. Fail to eat a balanced diet and scurry behind you relentlessly. While the onset is slow, the consequences can be disastrous to your health. The choice is yours. Disable, you do not want to be pressured to find vitamins. No, we should actually be forced to eat a balanced diet. I think you should have to eat like beans and vegetables and shit. That's realistic. We'll call this one Christmas. That's 2025. Oh goodness, I changed my whole outfit because I pressed all the buttons. Look at that. See all these toggles I got on this thing? Here, I'll actually show you. So I can turn the hot chocolate off. And I can change the scarf color. And there's actually a second outfit. This one. What are you cheering for? Look at this. Look how cute this is. Oh, I'm getting cut off. And the warm light. We got some of the warm light. Yeah, this was like a Ko-Fi thing that I picked up. It's so cute. Frog? Go get the damn frog then. Enjoy your frog. Okay, so a mysterious geomagnetic storm has brought your plane crashing down into the northern Canadian wilderness. How long can you survive? Foraging for food and water, the struggle for life in a world without masters, housed and abiding that man made dependent on himself. Richard Matheson, I Am Legend. It's windy. We're pretty high up. I don't know how high up. Kind of a fucky spawn. There's a little shack here. Where my chat window is. You want the frog, it's RNG. So, like, is it like Gritty Goose? I guess they all work the same way, huh? Well, thank you anyway for continuing the hype train for whatever reason. I shouldn't thank you for buying into their corporatism. You took the bait. Coffee
this
is
will come in
incredible.
handy.
That was so loud. Why is she so loud? Game, can you be a little less loud? Okay, good. Coffee's incredible. We don't really need any of this crap. All of gacha. You know, it's everywhere now. Everything is gacha. If everything is gacha, then nothing is gacha. Being loud is how the cougars find you? I mean, that's true. I'm pretty sure the cougars are still around. It's just that there's like this Assassin's Creed fucking stalker gauge that you have to maintain when you turn that mode on, I believe. Can't wait to file my taxes with the IRS gotcha style. Oh, yes. You know that's coming, right? Or they'll do audits gotcha style. They'll just, like, you know, pull on which ones they're gonna just audit for no reason. Honestly, they probably already do that. There was some good stuff in there. I don't really know where we are, but we got some calories, and that's kind of cool. We got a fire log. It kind of looks... I don't know if up is the way we should go here. There is a road there. Oh, that's prediction market. Will your declared income be X or Y? There is all that gambling shit now. It drives me insane. Does not carry over to next season. Yeah, no, you're right. Totally. That's already what it is, you know. Like if you use the stupid ass TurboTax shit, the higher tiers are just like, hey, if we fucked up, we'll actually own it. The low tiers are just like, yeah, you're kind of on your own. We don't know, I guess. I'm just looking around for a path here. I see a road there. I'm not going to spend time on that right now. It is cold. I'm getting very cold. It is very cold. So for anybody who doesn't know, this game is just survive. We're just alone. We gotta survive. And those meters on the bottom left are the needs gauges. So it's from left to right. It's temperature, like focus, like tiredness, like stamina, and then so hydration and food, of course. Prediction markets of green cursed dystopian, but anything goes at this point. You know, I always felt like growing up, you know, like Back to the Future 2 and others such like, you know, like stuff like Cyberpunk was always a little like it felt like hyperbole, right? Like it felt like, okay, it looks like we found like a road. Okay, yeah, here's the road. This is the cozy road. Cozy road will take us to the town. But like, you know, like those things felt like, I want to make myself a little larger. I'm like, there's no reason for me to be so small. I can be bigger. But those things felt like exaggerated, and now they don't.
I can't feel my feet.
Yeah, I can't feel my feet either. I just did Biff find the almanac? Is that what happened? Everybody jokes about like the Harambe time split, but like for real? After the tech CEOs worship them like that's what I mean. It's like I just feel like we're living in those movies because I know some of you have probably seen like Ready Player One, right? Like the movie. But have any of you read it? Have any of you actually read the book?
Damn.
This is not an endorsement of the book. I'm not saying you should go read the book. I'm just asking if anybody has. Ooh, we got film, a fuse. That's kind of nice. Pokemon Go Summer was the split. Yeah, I really feel like that was a big summer. That was definitely a big momentous time in the world for some reason. A little bit of narcissism, you know. It's just like, you know, that would be, of course, like that's important. No, I've only seen the movie. Okay, so the thing about the book, if you ever read it, I haven't. It was the moment I knew Luke Perry jumped the shark. Okay, so I have read it. You got the frog. I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you for getting the thing that you wanted from your interaction with capitalism. Many people do not come away with that. God, I'm constantly spicy here. I just never let it go, do I? It's just constant. But anyway, what I was saying is the book, if you read it, so compared to the movie is very sort of like corpo safe, like sort of fun flop. It's like, you know, like the Iron Giant shows up or whatever, but like the book is hyper focused 80s nostalgia. And I'm talking like Pinball Wizard, like Rush, just straight up just like Rush songs are a major focal point of like the story and such. It references a lot of things like the Japanese version of Spider-Man that had mechs for some reason. But that was in like the 80s. What I'm kind of getting at is that, like, I feel like pandering... I feel like there's a lot of very specific pandering going on. And not all of it trickles down into, like, the general consumption version of things.
This'll come in handy.
And maybe we have been, in fact, living in a fucking 80s movie the whole time. Tom Sawyer Intensifies. It's actually, the focal song of the movie is actually 2112. Or not the movie, the book. We're talking about the book. 2112 is, for some reason, very, very important to the book. And you will cringe out of your mind because I just remembered why it's important. And if you don't mind me spoiling it, you know, I don't think anybody cares, so I spoiled it. It's because the protagonist has to recreate one of the guitar solos, like, perfectly in order to unlock something. I mean, I love that song too. But if we're talking about self-insert, Mary Stu, Gary Stu, yeah, he just sat around and accidentally recreated a Rush song perfectly with the master. Self-insert. Yeah, it's like I was really good at Guitar Hero, and like I just, you know, just like maybe in another life. It's like not even a puzzle. That's why I'm not even upset about spoiling it. It's like, it's cringy. Thinking about movies, compression generation, you think of the Minecraft movie. Yes, exactly. Yeah. No, that's kind of what I was getting at. Is like
I'm so cold.
Oh, frostbite risk. I know. I'm still cold. I'm looking for boots. I did get sneakers, but they're not really what I'm looking for. But like, yeah, the version, the movie version, really does compress down like the nostalgia trip into sort of like a bunch of stuff. Like it's like there is some 80s in there, but it's not as 80s focused as the book might be. The book is hyper 80s focused. There's almost nothing newer than like 1990 in the book. The actual the story of the book is focused on the billionaire being like an 80s obsessed, like, because it's like set in the far future. It's set in like the 2050s or something, and the whole story is the billionaire was, you know, a kid in the 80s and really liked all the 80s stuff and only the 80s. I have to start a fire to warm up, I think. Let's see what kind of clothes I got. Much as we can. Yeah, I'll wear multiple socks. Why not? Looking much better. That's a lot better already. We're all shitty. Far future is now closer to me than my own birthday. Yeah, I know. Right. No. Right. It's still far future to me because, like, I don't know. I measure kind of like, they always ask that interview question where, like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Which is a load of shit. Nobody knows where they see themselves in 5 years, let alone like 1 year. I mean, generally speaking, you can kind of know like the trajectory of things, but not 5 years. 5 years is a bunch of bunk. That's some bullshit. But you know, like, I wouldn't consider 5 years like far future. That's like near future, right? That's like, you know. Trying to think of what I should do as my next step here. I don't know, but I know it's not here. Yeah, right. No, exactly. 5 years I'll make the most shareholder value. Yeah, no. I hate that stupid fucking interview question. What is that? It's as dumb as the, like, why do you want this job? I hate that one too. Let's just harvest things. Let's stay indoors, warm up, harvest these things. Compress them down, make them less heavy. Get the raw materials. But you can't say that in an interview. Well, I mean, an interview question is mostly, like, it's not about the question. It's about them having safe things to ask you that let you just speak. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. They don't really care what your answer to that question is. They just need you to speak and not sound like a weirdo, right? So forcing them to find another question seems like more effort than it's worth. All I'm doing right now is just kind of killing time. I need to warm back up before I go back out. I do need to drink water, or maybe I could drink... Let's drink these sodas. The sodas are good to get rid of first because they give calories. How do we get stranded in Alaska, by the way? So the story of this game is just that you are in an airplane above northern Canada, like a small, you know, a small airplane, and suddenly it falls out of the sky. and suddenly the weather has drastically intensified, and in a bad way. Like, it's gotten significantly colder than it normally is, and there are freak auroras, like magnetic storms, happening every night. No electronics work anymore, and right now it seems like everybody's dead. So we're the only ones around, and we're just trying to survive in northern Canada that has gotten cold and is getting colder every day. That's the whole story. At least so far. There are things we can discover. And we're not totally alone either. I think if we stick to the road here, but those northern Canadians are built different. Yeah. So we're going to have to, like, loot all these homes and try and find... Because you can see, we're not really the best dressed. We were dressed for a flight over in northern Canada. We were not dressed to be in northern Canada. So, we're trying to stay warm. And a lot of that is going to just be looting from these kind northern Canadian fishermen and lumberjacks and all sorts of people who used to live here, who no longer seem to. There are all sorts of dangers on the area we're in. We can find self-defense mechanisms. We can get guns. They're kind of clunky. It's not like FPS gaming. They work like actual sort of guns, really. You have to like clean them and maintain them and build the ammo yourself. We can get bow and arrow. There are wolves, there are bears, there are cougars, there are moose. The moose are fucking brutal. There are all sorts of rabbits and birds and shit. We can hunt for sustenance. It's a fun game. Oh, look, a book. Books let us learn things. Surprising, I know.
Best be prepared for anything.
In this era, could I just like chat GPT something? Hey, chat GPT, how do I start a fire? Would I have to ask it like to tell me how to do that in like Limerick? Because like starting a fire could be like bad. It probably wouldn't tell me how to start a fire, would it? It wouldn't even be useful for that, even if it did work. I don't know when this game is supposed to be set. Most of the technology you'll find seems to be like 90s, 80s, maybe 70s even. The cars are kind of modern-ish, but there's no like advanced tech. Even if it did work, you don't see any scraps of like really like you see like old CRT computers occasionally. Hey, ChatGPT, how do I tell my boss to eat my ass and not lose my job? You do that by using ChatGPT to do most of your work. You can, you know, get away with that. I get really annoyed when I'm forced to read something that I know the clanker wrote. And by forced, I mean like tricked. Because that's usually how it feels, is I feel like tricked. I wish it said, like at the beginning of, say, an email, like, hey, I'm a dumbass and can't wipe my own ass. So I asked the robot to write this email for me. Instead of making me look for, like, M dashes and shit. Oh, you got the frog too? Nice. That is a pretty good hype emote. They've gotten some really good ones. Is it actually attributed? It looks like it is. Yeah, it is, I think. Yeah.
I
Up
think
a
I can use
durability
this.
and bottoming test stand. See, the thing is, like... Hogless, that is so sad. I'm so sad for you, Mr. Joe. Maybe one day. One day, the website will pay out. Anyway, I was gonna say, Nomad. Thing is, I don't even know what you're talking about. Is the thing. So, like, innately speaking, like, yeah, you have some sort of qualification to like do that job. You know, like obviously you have some sort of knowledge of like that is valuable to somebody, and you know what I mean? Is like they're just doing everything they can to deny it. Seems to be like the name of the game for work, but oh, and thank you for the Prime Gaming. For the Prime resub. I really appreciate that. Wait, the emote artist is Tom Thinks. Do you remember that guy? I don't. Also, you'll note, just by putting on like 2 pairs of socks and 3 pants and an extra shirt, we're not like dying of freezing to death currently. It's really not that bad out. Wait, is that a mine? Hit Boga rated him a lot. Oh, yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Speaking of Kit Boga, he recently put out a full recap of Do Not Redeem, or like a super like master supercut. He posted it like last week, and it's like I think it's because the Do Not Redeem thing was kind of escaping his it way escaped his audience, right? And so when people were looking it up, they weren't necessarily getting back to his channel. So like the whole video is like pasted with the Do Not Redeem. Do Not Redeem is like the thumbnail. It's like the title of the video. It's cool. It's a good watch too. I mean, it's always enjoyable to see him fuck with scammers. Right now, I'm just kind of looking for like a home base, and I know there's like a gas station up around here somewhere. Priority numero uno is get a home. And then we'd want to gather wood and find tools. Tools are the biggest thing. I need an axe. A hunting knife would be great. A saw would be awesome. Usually these cars have some stuff. Like a book.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
I mean, I check up here. I don't think I've ever found anything in here. We put the steering rack on the stand, and it just goes through a profile that steers the rack different amount and applies resistance. The tie rod ends where, and sometimes it steers back all the way and applies a certain amount of force a bunch of times. Oh, it's just like a stress test. Stress test. All right. Got it. Makes sense. That makes sense. Obviously, you need to know how everything works in order to stress test it. I do not know how a car works. I usually just pay somebody to do it for me. I kind of vaguely know how, like, a vehicle works. I know how most of, like, the main components do, you know? But I don't know enough to be, like, underneath a car, looking at everything in a mass and be like, yeah, that's that part, and that's what it does. I'm sure I could learn it. It's just that, like, we all have a finite amount of time on this earth. And as much as I like cars, I don't have the wherewithal or... I don't know. It's just not appealing enough to me to like, put all of that in my headspace. Like, I'll learn enough to, like, not get screwed over when I'm, like, buying new tires or whatever, right? Like, that kind of stuff. I've, like, replaced the whole headlight housing on my car. Like, I'll do, like, that level of stuff. I've replaced the speakers and the head unit. And I fixed the AC cable. Because it has, like, a physical AC... The knob for the like, AC selector knob in my car is actually a physical switch. Like, you turn the knob and it pulls a cable. And it snapped. It fucking snapped one day. Time to play car repair sim? Oh, God. Don't slopify everybody's job. A lot more things that are interesting to you kind of vibe. Yeah. Right, exactly. I don't really I mean, personally speaking, I don't really think I'm an expert in anything. I don't mean that in a bad way either. It's just that, like, it's not... I haven't chosen the path of specialization. Kind of stayed novice. I kind of... I mean, I obviously have experience in my job and that. But I don't even... I usually approach that pretty humbly, too. It's like, I don't know what I don't know. It's... Every time I'm asked to speak for something, it's like... Don't make me an authority. There are roles, and mechanic is definitely one of them, where, like, you are responsible for somebody else's thing. Like, you are making decisions and things. In the case of a car, you're handling somebody's livelihood in some cases. In most cases, honestly, in the U.S.
Looks like this has been here a while.
A lot of responsibility, and they definitely don't get paid enough for it. Then again, it's sort of just like a top to bottom thing, isn't it? We have all sorts of books. We got all sorts of books. We got a nice cozy gas station here. All these chug jugs.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
You can definitely drop some of the gear, but consolidate. Make sure we get everything in one space. Yeah, see, we have like a radio here. It doesn't do anything. Oh, I pressed a button. What the fuck happened there? Like a number? That was weird. Like popped up a neck. I want to see why that happened. Okay. I think that's fine for now, but yeah, I have to like unbind some keys or something. Anyway, there's nothing useful in the cash register. There should not be a surprise there. That came unlocked. Tube Studio, why are you acting up like that? So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to consolidate some stuff and make a little fort here. Oh, we got like a bunch of flashlights that are useless. What am I going to do with a flashlight?
I'll
Can
take
anybody
it.
tell me? Do you see any batteries around here? Hey, look, I'm healed of frostbite risk. Praise be. What is this? Replacement fuse for what? Like what electricity? It's useless, man.
This will come in handy.
Don't have a pry bar. We can't open these lockers. What I'm trying to do is... I can't believe this game started with a Cloudflare crash.
Looks like this has been here a while.
It definitely did, though, right? I wonder what the film's for. I haven't played this in a while, and there definitely did not used to be, like, Fujifilm laying around. I mean, nothing is for anything in this game. Like, you're just here to survive. You know what I mean? So maybe it is just a camera, and maybe we can take some nice pictures. That would be cool. It's kind of what I like about this game, is that, like, there isn't really a purpose. We're just kind of going to go around and rattle through drawers, I guess.
I think I can use this.
Bunch of that. Okay, that's enough drawers. So what I want to do is kind of, like, consolidate in this box a bunch of, like, the valuable knickknacks that we have. Film can go in here, for sure. Books, definitely, because we'll probably come back here and read. A couple. Bowling kit, definitely, we would classify. Spray paint. Put these fuses in there. Fishing hook, we're not going fishing yet, so we can throw that in there. A couple flares. One of the actually, both of the flashlights. I don't think we're doing anything with flashlights. Arrowhead seems pretty precious. We don't need to be carrying around all these tools. I got a bunch of rocks. I'm just carrying around like 10 rocks. Do you guys ever just carry around rocks? Oh, look, it's nighttime. That happened really fast. Sprain risk. Yeah, I know. I'm carrying too much. Pick the warmer thing. Which of these is warmer? So, there's a lot of quality to clothes in this game that you have to kind of pay attention to, and I'm blocking like half of them. So I apologize. Let me just move myself real quick. Real whimsy displayed in rock collection. That is very true. If you aren't collecting rocks to talk to in this situation, then how are you going to get through things? So if you really look at the clothing here, the first stat is like how much temperature like it's good for. It's like it's saying like it adds 0.6 degrees Celsius to your temperature, to how you feel. And then the second one is how much like wind chill it blocks, specifically like windproofness. So it blocks 0.3 degrees Celsius of wind chill, right? And then this third one is saying how waterproof is it, right? How well does it resist water? Because we're constantly getting wet in the snow. And then this is how much protection does it give, like from, say, impact or bite or stab. And this is how much does it impact your ability to run. And then there's the condition, which is just like, it impacts all these stats. So lower condition makes all of these proportionally worse. And then there's the weight, which is impactful regardless of whether or not you're wearing it. So this weight counts whether or not you're wearing it or whether or not it's in your backpack. So we have to keep that in mind when we're picking clothes in this game. Spreadsheets. There's definitely like best clothing, especially in the mode that we're in. There are some very high-end jackets and things that we can find because we're in kind of like the sort of, it's not casual mode, we're in like the normal mode of the game. So it gives you access to the full item pool, but also at the same time the full enemy list. And kind of just doesn't punish you for existing. There are harder modes in the game that actually shut off like the high-end loot. So we'll be able to find some nice things. Part of staying alive in this game is making sure that you're wearing as much as you can. There are a couple other things to know about this game too, where you kind of like jump into trying to survive. But I think what we need to do right now is chug sodas. Myself back over here because there's the reason I like getting rid of these is because they're pretty heavy. It's kind of unwieldy to carry around a bunch of cans of soda, right? Obviously, but also they give you calories in addition to making you less thirsty. Soda cans sound triggered. Yeah, look, I'm gonna sit here and just chug. Yeah, I can't anymore because I drank like 2 already. This fish that we found. So you'll note that it is very dark. We can indeed, oops, made my whole body disappear. I have to do something. Not the Diet Coke. Yeah, I know. We do have trauma with that. I have to go into the outset and turn off all of the toggles because they are kind of crazy. Hopefully that works. Trauma with the Diet Coke? Yeah. So, I guess I can talk about it. For a period of time in my life, we lived with a certain someone who would begin every day, every morning, every single morning, stomping her heels into the kitchen on the hardwood floors. Clop, 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 clop. Walk up to the fridge, grab a Diet Coke, and slam that fucker back right where she stood. Every day. And I could hear it from my bedroom. Oh, my fucking body disappeared again. God damn it. Fridge cigs. Yep. So aware. Alright, I'm going to just try and sleep through as much of the night as I can. So let's try and sleep 10 hours. I don't think it's going to let me sleep that long. I'm not really that tired. Oh, whoa. Wait, hold up. Do I have a flashlight? Hold up. I know my body's disappearing. I have to fix that, but I do have a flashlight. It worked. Hold up. So this is something that's supposed to be pretty rare, but there's an aurora. Look at that shit. It makes everything turn on. Listen to the radio. Only in the storms. And we got a flashlight, boys. Look at that. Anybody get to see the aurora when they were in town last time? A bunch of states got access to them in the last couple of months. This is pretty cool. Yeah, power's back. I don't know if we can really do much with that at the time being. I know that there are probably things in the game that only work during this time. It is actually nice to be able to see. And look at all this loot I missed. Energy drink. That's huge. You saw a faint aurora over the summer? That's so nice. Yeah, if Aurora did this, people would definitely do some religion shit over this. Car battery.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Oh, a fire striker. Nice. That's huge. I wonder how I missed that before. The computer's on? New buffer memory added to journal. 0 customers today. A new record just as well. The morning was better spent out on the dock with my binoculars. More and more ships passing heading south. What will they find on the mainland, I wonder? A warmer welcome? Not likely. Barbara.dock. This is all new to me, like the computers and stuff working. That's completely new. As you can see here, also we have the standard issue, extra safe, OSHA certified indoor barrel fire pit next to our bed. Wonder if we could find a pry bar. Wires. I'm not going to touch those. I'm going to just go look at another house. Might as well, you know, while the getting's good, right? Cracking open a cold one. Carbon monoxide option, yeah. I mean, who's to say that, you know, hotboxing a little ash and soot and CO2 isn't bad for you? Like, you know? Who's gonna tell me what to do right now? Do you see anybody around here?
Okay.
I definitely don't see an HOA around here. It's time for the, like, you know, it's time to bust out the flamingos. Poster.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
You know, all the lights are on, and this place is still fucking a shithole. Thank goodness of the flashlight. It's making life a lot easier. Look at this, a potato. I guess they couldn't be gone too long if there's, like, vegetables on the ground, right? Although potatoes would last a while if it's pretty cold. I wonder how cold it is in here. Okay. Oh, that's right. They added a cooking minigame to this. And we're finding a nice pile of coffee and dog food. It'd be nice to find like a can opener. Pot. I'd settle for a pan even. Nice pair of boots would be good. Your firewood. That's kind of nice. More socks. Just what I wanted for Christmas. More socks. Honestly, I'd take a pair of, you know, a nice pack of socks.
Nobody needs this anymore.
Ragged hoodie. That's more my style. So, fun fact, the toilets in this game have potable water. I mean, I guess technically toilets just have potable water. Ain't nobody see that.
Be useful.
Fire log. Well, this place sucked and didn't have anything. The dogs can do it? Yeah,
This
right.
pack is getting too heavy to carry.
I wonder if this battery will recharge if I don't use it. What am I hearing? I don't know. It's like a weird popping sound. Mecha Cougar. It's kind of hard to hear anything over the loud buzzing outside. nuts
know.
and stuff, and a
End up being
revolver
useful.
shell casing. Oh yeah, by the way, we have to make our own ammo. We might find like intact ammunition, but most of the time what you find are just shell casings.
I'm not
I've
gonna be
gotten
able to
that far
carry this
before.
load for much longer.
Yeah, stop your bitching. I know. I have a lot of stuff. Chug all these sodas. I'm gonna eat some sardines. Honestly, sounds good right now. Like some just like regular like olive oil sardines. Let's see. While we have some light at night, we could put on better socks. Art. Ah, we can wear this with this. Excellent. Layering. So I'm harvesting all the cloth from these scrap clothes that I'm not going to use so that I can repair the better clothes that I do have. And I'm going very important to do. It actually saves a ton of space, of course, because like carrying around 9 pairs of sneakers would indeed be very awkward. Harvest. Okay. Stuff. I think I'm going to use this for storing food. I don't need to carry around a whole ton of food with me at all times, especially stinky food like fish. Food does smell in this game, especially if it's open container or raw meat, especially. And that attracts animals. Usually not good to carry around like moldy fish, for instance. Can't really do much with the canned food right now anyway, because try to open it without a can opener, you're gonna fuck up the can. How would you open something that was like sealed can? Like not like the pop top cans that they make nowadays. Like if it was just an old style, just like Campbell's soup ass sealed can, how would you open it without a can opener? What would you do? Start fucking banging it on the ground. I mean, I'd probably try it with something sharp, yeah. Knives. Yeah, so you do get options in this game. You can use your knife, you can use your axe, or you can just find a can opener. Or you can start bashing it on the ground. Yeah, you'd probably just start smashing it on the ground. Yeah, personally speaking, I think that the easiest way to do it in a survival scenario is probably just to poke a hole in the sidewall with your knife. Or in the top of the lid if you need to. Just a little, like, triangle slot to pour the contents out if that's doable, if it's, like, liquid. If it's something you need, like, actual access to the can for, I'd probably try cutting the lid off from the side. Grind the tin folds away, something like that. Yeah, you pop up the lip of the can if you're really crafty. Anyway, I can't do anything really with these until I find else the knife. Yeah, you probably want to use like a sharp rock or something, right? I don't know. I should not be giving advice to this shit, but I just think about it. Like, It's true though. Like if you found like just like all this canned food, what the fuck would you do with it? It'd be like such a pain in the ass to just keep finding like canned dog food of all things, because that's all that people left behind because it's too much of a pain in the ass to open. Do the crimp. Yeah, exactly right. You'd have to just be painstakingly undoing the fucking crimp. It's just funny to me because, like, imagine how much instantly better life gets the moment you find even the shittiest old can opener from, like, the dollar store. Right? Like, even the old pry bar kind with the shitty triangle tip. Like, instantly, your life would be massively improved.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Fresh rabbit just left behind. So the full story is that when these geomagnetic storms hit, the weather got so bad for so long, for such a sustained way, that people were evacuated from their homes. And so they kind of just left behind everything as it was. And very quickly, all of the homes and towns and things have been essentially blown out by blizzards and other things. And the residents are long gone. Have they survived? I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. The conditions here aren't really survivable on any sort of long term. In the in-game world, in the actual survival terms of the in-game world, everything in-game starts decaying from the moment that you start a round of survival. So all of these items that I'm finding have a condition. You can see it's 82% for this can if I move my head just a little bit. So this is 82% condition. And whether or not I pick this up, that is going to decrease over time. Slowly, but surely. Until it reaches 0 and the whole thing just poofs and is gone. So eventually at some point in the game, about like, I think it's like 400 days in, like you just won't find anything anymore. Now, that is a long way off. We're on like day 2. And you can stave off some of it by just repairing things efficiently and finding good stuff before it poofs out of existence and keeping it repaired and alive. There are some renewables, like permanent renewables in the game. Most of them are like animal hide things. There is definitely a full set of gear that you can wear that is crafted out of nothing but things you can forage and find and scavenge and hunt. Like from the wild, not from homes. I'm gonna take any more toilet water because I've never taken toilet water. You can't tell me that I have. Um, 1.47 kilogram trout. Holy hell.
I think trout usually get really big. Much gear.
Fish. Yeah, I need to turn on fish. Oh, that icon you see at the top middle of the screen right now, that's how stinky I am. So I just picked up like a fish, a raw fish. But we did just get a very, very nice outer shell jacket here in the worn ski jacket. Yeah. Okay, so that's like a massive improvement over where we were. Yeah, you get hunted by smell. So you can use it to your advantage. There's actually a button to drop bait. So like if a wolf is chasing you because you smell and you want it to be distracted, you could just drop a piece of meat and keep running away from it. And it'll go towards that instead.
This'll come in handy.
Unless you still happen to be stinkier. If you're carrying like a full carcass, like a fresh moose kill or something, the wolf isn't gonna buy your bullshit. Like, it's not gonna go for the steak. It wants the whole thing. Bears also do hunt by smell. They're the premier hunters. And the wind direction does matter, believe it or not. Both towards my temperature overall and
This pack is getting too
being
heavy to
downwind
carry.
from certain animals versus upwind. We should check back in at home, dump off as much. And as you can see, that asshole was attracted to the smell. Yeah, there's a fire log in here, and he's just out there. Let me think about this. More fleshed out than the Cabela's game? You're damn right. This is risky. I really shouldn't be fucking around with this. He's supposed to run from that. Well, let's just sit back and enjoy some water. You ever wanted to sleep in a car while a wolf growls at you?
Hey, it's ad time.
Thank you, Arby's. Okay. Surely he's gone. Clearly he's not gonna emerge into this world and appear in this version of reality it's just from thin air as soon as I step out into this open field, right? There's no like Jujutsu Kaisen dude around about to summon some fucking ghost wolf on me, yeah? Why would I stop to listen to the wolf howling? I should just keep walking, regardless of whether it's there or not. Like, I don't know. I caught myself doing it though. I was just like, why am I doing that? Why would I stop? Why would I stop? All right, cooking oil goes in here. Let's actually just look at the food pile again because I really don't want to be carrying raw salmon, raw moldy salmon. So, food, generally speaking, the considerations for it in this game are how heavy is it, how calorie dense is it, and what are the secondary effects. So we do have to keep in mind that we need to eat a balanced diet. So at some point we're gonna have to get some vegetables or fruit or something, right? Peaches or in cans are a great example of a way to get that. So things like dried stuff like granola bars and beef jerky and saltine crackers are really great weight to calorie density, but they make you thirsty. So they wind up costing you in weight in some other way because you wind up drinking more water, and water's pretty heavy. But I do like to keep these on when I'm out foraging because like if I'm gonna need food while I'm out, this is the kind of stuff I'm gonna be carrying. It's just like eat it quick and get back kind of stuff. And obviously, like I said, nothing in cans except for, obviously, the canned drinks with the pop top. And I think I should store all this wood here. Like anything for fire making. Currently not really doing much with it, so... all this lantern fuel. I could refuel this lantern. I'll keep one lantern fuel. How about that? And then, you know, this crap. I don't need all this. Why am I carrying this around? These are like materials. I need to go find more of this and bring it back. Shouldn't be carrying it around. Get rid of the wood. I'm sure I could make a wood pile, but we're not even at that point yet. Let's do it. You know, let's just make a wood pile.
I'm not sure I can carry much
And what
more.
will go in here is like the matches, the extra matches. Kindling, newspapers. Yeah, that is great. That is excellent. Oh, look at this. Rifle shells. Okay, let's break this down. Let's get rid of it. It's in the way. It's blocking. It's messing up the. Oh, look at that. Another. Oh, a rifle cartridge. That one was loaded. It's messing up the flow of the room. What we can do here is we can just like go to the fire making tab here and drop, 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 and drop, 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 and drop all this. Look, and we got a little pile of wood next to our fire barrel. I'm gonna make sure that we put everything we're not using in boxes. You really don't want to be carrying anything that you're not using because it's just, again, a waste. I will actually carry the live ammunition with me because I might find a gun. And it'd be a shame. The bullets don't weigh very much, you know? It'd be a shame to find a gun and not have the stuff I need for it. But like the hacksaw, that can stay here. Flashlight is just fat chance. Not coming back right now. We'll take the storm lantern even though it's a bit heavy because I can just refuel it, I think. We got like brand new sneakers. Okay, I'd like to find something better than sneakers though. Yes, that would be great. Did I get? Sure did. Got much better pants, chat. That is so much better. We're all grown up now. We're wearing real big person clothes. Oh, it's a computer tower. Any more bullets behind this? Are. And any clothes that I'm not wearing, we shouldn't go in here until I have time to break them down. So I don't think we should be carrying around a whole Ross dress for less either. I'd yearn for the legendary Carhartt. I know! That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It'd be so nice to have a nice jacket right now. I like... See, I like kind of experiences like this, these kind of games, because I like surviving the elements. Like, I like having something that I have to work against that isn't sort of actively hostile. It's just sort of passively there. It's just something you need to plan around, you know? Something that becomes way less of a deal if you exercise a little forethought, you know? And have the right kind of preparation. there's just something about this game in particular where it's just like I've gotten really fucked over by circumstance in this game before. Like, it's given me bad spawns. It's given me shitty bears just like out of nowhere. But every single time, I can always feel like I always feel like if I think about my whole playthrough, if I think about the whole run, if I think about everything, every choice that I made, there was at some point something I did that was stupid. Right? Like of course I died to a bear, and of course it's bullshit that the bear was there, but I mean, that's just what happens. The bear lives outside. You know? like, how are you going to be like, oh, the bear shouldn't be here? I'm not taking this moldy rabbit. I refuse. It's just to me like, you know, there are safe ways to do everything in this game, and if you choose to disregard them, then the outcome is kind of just on you, right?
That'll be useful.
I don't think dress shoes are really an improvement on our situation. Worn jeans also are not an improvement. Door's empty. Did these people, like, take everything? Come on, dude. Give me something. Accelerant and thermal underwear is something I'll take. Why was there accelerant, matches, and thermal underwear in the bathtub? You all ponder that while I put on my second pair of thermal underwear. Thunder underwear? Is that what I was going to say? Thermal underwear. Thermal underwear. Long johns. Someone's making me... Yeah, that's kind of what it was giving me the vibes of. Kind of all you get when you mix plastic and accelerant. Don't need sticks. This, can we go in here? We can. We can go in here.
I think I can use this.
Mackinac jacket? Is that what that said? I bet that's pretty warm. We'll have to check that out in a second. Let's evaluate the whole house first before we pick through our inventory. Carrot. Haven't found any cooking tools.
Probably useful.
Fun fact, based on pure weight to calorie ratio, those saltine crackers are the best food in the game. Yeah, it said Mackinac. Here, let's look at it. New Mackinac jacket. Heavy wool jacket with decidedly Canadian flavor, but loved by hunters and lumberjacks alike. Michigan representation, yeah. There you go. You can only wear it as a base layer.
Okay.
So some of the clothes can be worn as either an outer layer or a base layer. So if you look at it, it says outer. Oh, sorry, it's an outer layer. It's just like the inner shell, the outer layer. We make it show as the outside under the ski jacket? Hold up. We can. I think that's much more styling. So then, in this case, can we make the... Okay, now we're looking good. These can't be better, right? Okay, good. That would be insane. Put on dress shoes. Midwest, mid-best. Michigan is the Canada of the U.S. That is just demonstrably true. That is just actually 100% true. Northern Michigan is beautiful in the spring. I was surprised earlier this year. You know, I could see that. There's a lot of really nice places in the Midwest, just in general. I know people like to say it's like flat, or it's flat and boring, and everything looks the same, and it's cornfields or whatever. But it's all pretty generally nice. There's plenty of it's just like there's no major tourist attractions. Who cares? That's usually a good thing, honestly. Tourists kind of ruin everything. Look at this loft. Look at how this person was. Look at this. We got the TV under the wood loft. Look at you just lay up here, kicking back, listen to the wood or listen to the wind screech over the wood.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Dress shirt. That does not sound very good. Once you get into the upper half of the lower peninsula, it's more hilly and forested. Okay, I can see that. There's a lot of lakes. A lot of lakes in like Michigan and Minnesota and Wisconsin. I mean, honestly, mountains are kind of overrated anyway. Wow, another ski jacket.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Hope nobody needs this anymore. More rifle bullets? This dude was living life. You have a gun up here, bro? A gun under the bed? Really? You're just gonna let people walk up in here and steal your shit? Not have a gun under the bed? Well, mine now. So we looted that one. Do I have... Hold up. I do. This is good to do. Great Lakes also had the oldest known copper utilization in known history. Huh. I love obscure museums. I love museums that are like really specific. There's been some of the best experiences I've had, like being a tourist somewhere. It's just like going to the museum that sounds kind of boring. When you're learning something, it's generally never boring, you know? I don't know. If it's, as long as it's like, it doesn't even have to be useful information. It just needs to be presented competently. I like looking at neat things. Yeah, exactly. I wish there weren't wolves there. The Psychic Village Museum north of Orlando that's more entertaining than theme parks to me. I could totally see that being just award-winning entertainment. Hmm. That's definitely a bear. And now it's foggy and I can't see him. We're just gonna go the opposite direction of the bear. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna go the way the bear was not. Away from the bear. Bear with me here. I think we missed our gas station. This is like a logging road. Yeah, logging road. Them wolves are sounding mighty close, and it's getting awfully foggy. Let me in, let me in. We'll search.
I'll take it.
Ocean Marine Flare? Sounds like her special attack. Why there's so many wolves, man? There's too many wolves. At some point I want to take a trip and tour a bunch of railroad museums. Yeah, I want to take a tour and tour a bunch of railroad museums too. Where am I? What is going on? Leave me alone, wolves. Fuck off, dude. I'm gonna throw rocks at that asshole. Do I have rocks? I have 10 rocks. I'm gonna regret this. I come out with the rocks and now you don't want to fight, huh? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. One of these days I'll have a real job to get some vacation time. Won't we all? So, status check. We still don't have a can opener. There are wolves and bears. Wolves plural. Bear singular. And no man doesn't have any vacation time to go to train museums. Kind of dire straits right now. Do we have extra clothes? And all sorts of extra clothes. Don't even have enough room in there. And then, can I just put these rocks in the bottom drawer? No, I'll just carry the rocks. It's fine. What is the plan? What is the current course of action? I need pry bar. I need a hatchet. I need a knife. There's a hunter's cabin in the middle of the lake that I think we need to sit here and get ready to go to. I get ready to go to, I mean, we mostly need to make sure our clothes are as good as they can be. Like, this could be repaired, for sure. Where did I put all my repair materials? It's in here, I think. And we have extra stuff we can tear apart. So basically, what we're going to do right now is we're going to grind. We're going to repair this as much as we can. I have a soda stream. We have a soda stream here, and I just ordered a bunch of flavors for it. One thing I always do when I go to the movies, and they have like the, you know, like, it's not even just the movies anymore, but you know, those Coke, like mix your own Coke machines, is like I'll make orange like Diet Coke. I know they make that now, but I don't really like the canned version of it. But I did get orange soda and just like Diet Cola, and I mixed them together, and they actually taste pretty good. Born to see the Pennsylvania Trolley Museum forced to generate shareholder value. Tragic. Pennsylvania has so many good railroad things. Orange Coke is great. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I don't hate the pre-made version of it. I just like the fountain version much better, but that's usually just generally true of Coke or any soda. They always taste better fountain. Orange and vanilla is a go-to combo too. I bet that's just orange creamsicle right there. You really can't go wrong with vanilla. It just calls to mind, like, you know, ice cream float. You can go wrong with vanilla if it tastes like artificial vanilla. Definitely. So as you can see, as I repair these things, they're actually getting better at making me stay warm. Oh, it's too dark. I guess it is dark in the long dark. Starting to think these VHS tapes can be 6 hours long. I mean, long run VHS tapes could definitely get that long. I was thinking of wrapping up stream pretty soon. I don't know. Are you still on like VHS tape number 1? Not like soon. I mean, like I'm probably going to go for another hour or so at least, but maybe half an hour. Yeah. I mean, otherwise, like, if you wanted to play Raven's Watch, I could just swap over to that on stream. No. Why do you say? I'm just sitting here playing my long dark and yapping. I'd like to see how long we can get this playthrough going. If I can stream this all month, I will. I need to finish possessors. Oh, thank you for checking in, Zelda. Bust in the beef jerky. Let's get that. Eat the beef jerky. Only 6? Yeah, you only have 6. You've only checked in 6 times. You're slacking. Thank you for checking in, Nomad. Nomad also has 6. Nomad is not slacking. I think I just don't stream very much. My main thing right now is that I'm actually kind of hungry. I need a sense of progression to be baited. Need a sense of progression to be baited into, like... I mean, I appreciate that. I try to do, like, once a week. And we see if we get that. Yeah, check-ins. Yeah, you know, V has come a long way with that, developing that whole concept, and I've been really impressed with, like, tying in, like, the TTS to that is great. Just really great. I'm gonna just have to just wait here. Last time. Gonna need therapy after these home videos. Damn, dude. I see them. There's some deep fried snowing. I was having so much fun identifying that one the other day. I'm not really like... I know enough about airplanes to know, like... And cars. I know enough about cars and airplanes to know, like, what era one is from. And... I haven't seen V in so long. Harder to get noticed watching Twitch at work. Harder not get noticed watching Twitch at work. Now I'm in the new lab, yeah. That one video was so cool. Yeah, like, we were watching some old VHS tapes from her family's archive, and, basically there was footage of what I instantly clocked as a World War II surplus military plane. It was like a McDouglas, like DC something, DC-52 something. I can't remember. But, like, I was like, oh, that'd probably be an easy way to date the video, if that's what we're trying to do. Because, like, you know, the plane had, like, a call sign painted on the front of it. Because it was from that era of aviation where, like, you would name your plane and, like, paint a fucking sassy logo on the nose of it. It was named the Don Quixote. So I think we're going to try and just get directly to the island. This is a path fraught with danger. Yeah, bring back nose art. A hot swaddler, a picture of a duck in a suit. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, sights. This plane that I saw, it was a Clipper. It was like, it was labeled Pan American World Airways or something like that. But the specific plane that I looked up, I was actually able to find a GeoCities website that had the like entire registry for like all the fleets pre-1997 of all of the like major airlines. And I was able to find in the logs that this particular plane, the Don Quixote, was commissioned in 1947. So it was military surplus from World War II that was just moved over from the military. And then 1 year later, less than 1 year later, it was decommissioned and never flown again. So we were able to like really definitively date this video. It was wild, like seeing like it's posed as like home video footage, but it's definitely unusual to have a camera back in 1947 and 1948. And this footage of this plane sitting on the tarmac is just sort of like, it's the type of thing AI could never recreate. You know? But then like the footage continues and it's of like, I kind of was hesitant to sort of call it right away, but it was Cuba. It was definitely Cuba. And there were definitely some cars that were brand new to 1947 around in some of this footage. Yeah, she posted about it. But I went on like a whole little like rabbit hole as far as like I was able to identify both the plane and this major building in the town. There's all sorts of wolves out here. It kind of sucks right now. I'd like to get to that island if I could. I don't think staying where I am is going to keep me safe. But yeah, her great-grandmother went on some, like, mission trip to Cuba and had somebody with them at a very nice, for the era, camera. I don't want to call it a camcorder, because it definitely wasn't a camcorder. It was some sort of, like, TV-grade camera. It was color. It was color in 1947? Was it colorized after the fact? I don't know. It didn't really look like it. I mean, the car in that post that you linked, I was instantly like, it's a 1940s. I know that is a 1940s like something, and wasn't it a 1947 Packard something?
This'll come in handy.
Oh, we got real boots. It's kind of cool. I get a kick out of stuff like that. I like
I think I can
when,
use this.
and I made particular note of it, and I actually got a little emotional about it. But the website that I found all the flight registries on was this old flight, this like just airplane enthusiasts GeoCities website, and the homepage was kind of what you'd expect, you know, but it also had a big memorial message on it to somebody who had passed in the year 2006. But it's just a website full of just like useful information.
This'll come in handy.
Yeah, that's the website. That's the website. I mean, on God, fuck a headstone. Get me a nice GeoCities memorial.
Never know. Could end up being useful.
I didn't actually look at the memorial. Is that like a dedicated memorial page? Because like the home page had a nice message, and I was like, that's really nice. That art was given to Joanna. Who is that? It's a very...
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
It's a very low character Twitch name. Joanna is dead. Oh, is that the person? You're the world first to 60 and WoW? That's cool. We're going to be in old folks home
Nobody
playing
needs this
World of
anymore.
Warcraft Classic. You know that, right? Oh man, it won't load for you? That's sad. I don't know. To me, that's like the best stuff on the internet is like somebody just liked something and had a place where they kept all their
take it.
notes and information on that something, right? Like that is the quintessential like basis of the early internet. That is everything that was. That was the only reason anybody came to the internet, really, for a while.
This pack is
And
getting
then
kinda
like
heavy.
Yahoo existed. But to me, that's just kind of nice, right? Like, it's just like, you know, dude liked airplanes. Thank you for the information. It was very useful in this terrible, terrible era where I no longer trust information. For the love of the game, too. Right, exactly. That's exactly what I mean. It's just like, just because you liked it enough. I just really like airplanes. And to some extent, some of that has to be like, oh, I also want other people to have this information and also get interested in my hobby. Right? I don't think I should walk around carrying this trout that I have no intention of cooking. I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going to just leave it here. It's a lot of calories. It's going to be a lot of calories if I cook it. Maybe I should just cook it. I haven't found anything to cook with is kind of a major problem. How have I... Oh, there's a knife that I almost missed.
Best be prepared for anything.
I mean, think for a second about what video game guides used to be. Like, if you wanted to know how to do something in a video game, you went to GameFAQs. And what is a GameFAQs except a fucking text document? There was really, for as much as people tried to mine it for glory, you know, like there were people who were like, oh, I wrote the big famous guide for the big famous video game. I'm the big famous guy on the GameFAQs website. Like, there's only so much you can get from that as far as ego goes.
I wonder if I can
And
drop any of
really,
this
if
gear.
all you give those people is a little ego and that gets it the job done, then great, right? Everybody's happier for it. But once you introduce other motivations into the mix, such as, say, monetization or pushing ads for somebody else, I feel like the whole thing kind of goes tits up, doesn't it? Think of what a video game guide looks like now. Like, if you just wanted to know how to do something in, like, Elden Ring, or, like, what the next boss would be from where you are currently, what would you find if you looked it up? Would you even find a GameFAQs anymore? It's kind of the thing I'm talking about, right? Is like kind of information that's shared just for like the love of the game. That's all kind of wikis now. Yeah, search plus Reddit. That's basically it. 'Cause that's the only place anybody posts anything for fun anymore, is fucking Reddit of all goddamn places. A YouTube video, that's also true. You'd find a YouTube video that has a really annoying, like, what's up, guys? You reached Gamer Jake's Gamer Tips channel. That kind of stuff. You know, I can't do that bit very well. But you know what I mean. That's a bear. That's a bear. That's a bear. I'm gonna die. That's a bear. 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 That was a bear. Those are bear noises. That was a, don't look back at the bear. It was definitely a bear. Yeah, there's the bear. There's the bear. We confirm there's a bear. Congratulations, there's a bear. Ah, game guides are pretty concise. AH game guides are... Oh, yeah. How close was I to that damn bear? I was hearing, like, gurgling. I was hearing, like, that bear was, like... I was hearing its digestive system. Predict if I die. I'm not gonna die. I have a run in this
I'm not sure I
difficulty
can
mode
carry
that's
much
like
more.
300 days long. I'm gonna be fine. I promise. I'm gonna go find a gun and kill that fucking bear is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna sleep inside of it. A can opener. Yeah, I know the bear's outside of the house now. All the animals fucking warp around when you go inside. I swear.
Looks like this has been
Time to
here a while.
gamba. Oh, did you start a gamba? Oh, Jesus. Okay, so I do want everybody to recall that the last time we played this game was almost exactly a year, maybe less, like 2 weeks. And the way it ended was I slept outside and got eaten to death by a bear. And then I rage quit and haven't played it since. I just heard him say on tape, I have 4 hours worth. You have it's a 4-hour long tape. Are you watching like a recursion? Like it's like somebody on the tape is talking about the tape that they're
barely
on
walk with this
somehow?
much
Is it
gear.
Inception? Oh, your dad is talking to people about the tape that you're watching while you're watching it. So, there were long play. So standard VHS only were formatted for like movies, right? Like standard feature movies. So I think they ran 2 hours and maybe a couple extra minutes usually, right? And then there were long play VHS tapes, which I think ran up to 8 hours long, and they just basically had extra tape. You could, if you look inside of them, they just have like
This will come
way
in
bigger
handy.
spindles of tape. And the reason I know about that is that people would, yeah, I think it was 8 hours. There was actually a really fascinating article I was reading. Was it an article? I think it was an article. Maybe it was a YouTube video about this woman who used to record live TV just 24/7, 365. She would record all of the basic channels on TV on VHS tapes, and they were 8 hours long each. And she'd replace all of them every day, every 8 hours. She'd time her sleep and her work to make sure that she got home in time to
Thank you.
flip these tapes around. And she did that for like 30 years. And the Internet Archive is currently like trying to digitize all the tapes. Yes, the Internet Archive came into possession of like the 30-something thousand VHS tape hoard that she had. You could run tape at slower speed to get more playtime. Yes, yes, that is true. The long play technology definitely existed. People definitely used that to record, say, live television all day, every day. Okay. Let's make sure that we're wearing the best stuff, because we picked up a lot of nice things. These are definitely better. How heavy is the backpack? What is the heaviest stuff? Harvest these boots because we're not wearing them. Drop all these rocks. Harvest this extra ski suit. Really, a lot of this game is just this repeat of making sure that we take care of our stuff. Alright. Let's see if I get eaten by a bear.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Oh, it cleared up, though. That's kind of nice. That's where the bear was. The bear knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. The difference between where the bear is and where the bear isn't, it calculates where it isn't. Sorry, the VHS is haunted. Fire log. I'd like to find a gun, a weapon, an axe. An axe would be great. A decent military coat is cool. Hold up. Is that better than what I'm wearing? It's gotta be, right? Hell yeah, it is. Can we wear that on the outside, please? Hold up. Want to see the VHS movie now? I'm sure there's stuff that we can share. Definitely look at that bsky post that she shared before. Probably share anything else interesting over there, too. New wool socks.
This pack is getting too heavy to
Oh,
carry.
I mean the horror movie. VHS the movie. Oh, yes. I know exactly the one you mean. I've seen that cover so many times. I used to work at a movie store. It's been so long since I've seen that. The guy I worked with there used to be such a horror movie buff. He loved Cabin in the Woods and what was the other one? What was his other favorite? I think he just really liked Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But yeah, he always used to recommend like VHS and such to me. What was the other one he always used to try and push on me? I can't remember. I'm not really a big horror movie person myself. Not that I don't know. Personally speaking, I just don't usually put that kind of stuff in my head. It's just like, I don't know. Usually I'm either frustrated with them, mostly slop to be honest. I mean, but that's the thing is like I can take them as slop and I love watching like the slop ones. Like, you know what I mean? Is like the ones that are just like obviously bad and we're here to kind of not rag on them, but like just enjoy the badness. The more seriously the experience takes itself, the harder I have getting into it. And that applies to like horror video games too. I guess I could maybe, I don't know if we, would that be entertaining for you guys if I played like a Dead Space? Because like
Well, this stuff
when
will come
like
in
the
handy.
loud noise jump scares get me, that's one thing. But when the game is trying to be like existentially scary and I just can't take it seriously because I'm playing with like a potted plant or something, you know, that's what I remember about Dead Space. It's just like, okay, loud is scary, yes, okay, but also like I wasn't taking any of it seriously. The one that revolted me was the ABCs of Death because of the gore. Yeah, I think I've heard of that one too. I used to get in competitions at work about like who could watch the most horrible, you know, like horror movie. And we used to get some really bad ones in like just secondary market, like C movie, like what the hell even is this? Where did you get it type stuff. Which looking back on it probably would have been a treasure trove of content nowadays. Oh, hey, look, a dead guy. Like, what's more valuable nowadays than like genuine slop? Like handmade, locally grown and sourced slop. Like shit posts. Like that's some of the most valuable stuff in the world nowadays.
I'm getting tired.
Bitch when it comes to gore, so I avoid horror. See, I'm not a bitch when it comes to gore, but I don't like putting that kind of stuff in my brain. And by that I mean it's just like seeing it kind of just bums me out. You know what I mean? It doesn't really do anything for me. Just, I think that makes sense. It should make sense. So confused. Harvest this. Get rid of it. I need to break down all these clothes. There's too much shit I'm carrying with me. That shit you're carrying, get rid of it. Unneeded stress. Yeah, I guess that's some of it. I like stressful stuff though too, like suspenseful shows and cargo pants better. And oh, I see, they're just extra protection. Maybe we do go armored with all these animals going around. But yeah, it's stressful. It's not appealing, right? I'd usually want to watch something cute, or funny, or lighthearted, or more cerebral or emotional, or I don't know. I mean, I've watched all the slop ones. I've watched all like the Saws and Final Destinations up to a certain point, and kind of get it. Saw in particular is what put me off a lot of that stuff. Is why did that get popular? Is there something wrong with people? Like the once you start getting into the later movies with that one, like the motivations don't even make sense anymore. Like the stated motivations of like the killer, or like the the actually just whack ass crazy contraptions the people wind up in, which just sort of seem like the author's barely disguised fetish sometimes. I don't know, man. Wanted to be unnecessarily uncomfy. I just have a conversation with my boss. Yeah, I just scheduled a meeting in 15 minutes with HR. Chugging down some K-On, like slamming a beer on a Friday. You know, I go back to K-On every now and again. It's been a few years now. There's something like I think K-On explains like Hollow Live in a roundabout way. You know, just people want something that has that like, I don't know, you show up here and half the time I'm talking about how shitty my job is, or vague political meanderings. And, you know, sometimes people just want a space they can go where, like,
Man,
none of that stuff
I am
exists.
too tired to think straight.
I know you're tired. Could you stop complaining? Thank you. And K-On is very much that. That's why it came to mind. It's just K-On is just like a happy place. To me, the one I always go back to is Hyoka. That's my comfort show, for sure. I was talking about that before, though. I watched Hyoka. I think I watched Hyoka most recently last year. Like maybe even just 6 months ago. And that would be like probably my 5th time seeing it. Maybe more. Let's try and sleep as much as possible. I've never seen K-On, but Dragon Maid kind of does that for me. Yeah, Dragon Maid is very much in the same vein. KyoAni has all the cozy escapes. Yep. Yeah, I like Amagi Brilliant Park too, from their catalog. That's a classic that I've enjoyed for many years. um, and even their lesser known shows like Tomoko Market, or you know, like, I know people like Euphonium, but there was another one in between there about like Chunibyo. I mean, no, not the Chunibyo show. That one is super popular, but there was another one that nobody really
Surrounded by
even liked,
snow and nothing to drink.
and even that one was fine. It was totally fine. And they had like, what was that? Kyokai no Kanata, the archery one too. Yeah, the archery one. The one with the blood mage girl and the yokai beyond the boundary. They did that one. I mean, and that's without going back to stuff like Clannad, or, you know. It's been a long time since I've gone back to Clannad and the After Story. I don't know if I'd get through it nowadays. That's not to say anything about the quality of the show. I mean, like me. Most of those were also before the Harambe Pokemon. So, you know, you've got a point there, Chubs. You've got a real point there. I need to What do you think about this? I haven't seen some of the newer Kyoto Animation stuff yet. Like, also, Jeff Bezos, go fuck yourself. I'm going to snooze this ad because I'm probably going to end here. I need to get some things done before bed. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, where my cutoff point is with them. I'd probably have to rewatch Clannad sometime to really see, like, how I still feel. What the hell is going on with my lantern there? Normal stuff. Yeah, anyway, it's been, I mean, like Amagi Brilliant Park, Beyond the Boundary, I'd probably rewatch those. I definitely like Hyoka, K-On! I mean, if you really want to reach back, the Lucky Star is fine. It's not entertaining anymore. I don't think I'd rewatch it. Haruhi actually stands up really well for season 1. Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Which is, I think, what really started off, like, the whole Kyoto Animation craze. Season 1 of that still holds up. Season 2 only holds up if you are deranged. I'm sorry. I'll throw down the gauntlet.
I'm not going to be able to carry this
I'll
load
say
for
it's
much longer.
objectively just not a good experience. And while the idea sounds funny and the execution is immaculate, at the end of it all, you can't help but feel, was it worth it? Were we enriched by this? Did it improve our experience? And still, even in saying all of this, I can't bring myself to spoil what it is. So you tell me. Yeah, it's definitely unique. But Full Metal Panic, their Full Metal Panic season is fucking hilarious. Fumofu. Good animation is mostly hits. When I watch Hyoka now, I am really sad about, like, all the talent that they lost in their arson attack. You've never seen Haruhi? I recommend it. Definitely watch season 1, and definitely watch it in the original broadcast order. Don't watch it in chronological order. It's such a strange show, because if you watch it in chronological order, and I guess people who didn't see it at the time wouldn't really know. It's kind of a story that's kind of faded with time. But when The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya was being released, as in, like, it was airing on television, it aired out of order. They intentionally aired it out of order. The very first episode is something that makes absolutely no sense and tells you nothing about any of the characters. Have God Knows on repeat? Damn right. Like, just straight up. I'm not even exaggerating that they aired the show out of order, and it makes perfect sense. Because by the time you get to the end, you've reached the climax. If you watch the show in chronological order, as in, like, watching the episodes in the order they would appear in the actual story if you read it like a book, it makes no sense, and the climax happens at, like, episode 6. It's such a bog standard, like, light novel story. I mean, it makes plenty of sense, is the thing. That it's just boring. But when you air it out of order, it suddenly becomes something a bit more special, honestly. There's something, like, really masterful about the way they put that together, too, because it works both ways. You can watch it either way. It's totally valid to say, like, oh, I'm going to watch it in chrono. You can. And honestly, you should if you really like the show after watching it your first time. But it just makes more sense the way they showed it the first time. the out of order, quote unquote. I'm trying to get back to the gas station currently, and once I do that, I'll probably end stream here, because I have some meal prep food I still need to pack up, amongst other things. And I'm going to snooze this ad again, because I think we can make it back before I run out of snoozes. Why is this happening? Meal prep Mondays. That's right. I made a chicken stew this week, and it's in the crock pot right now, and it's still on the slow cooker. It's in the slow cooker right now. It's crock pot brand slow cooker. But it's in there right now. It has been pretty much all day, and I've been letting it cool down while I stream so that I can, put it away. And it's probably still at like 180 degrees if I go check it, but it'll get there soon. What am I carrying that weighs so much? Oh, it's a stupid ass fire alarm. Oh, I didn't mean to drop my pants. Ripping off my pants in the middle of the road here. Yeah, or cold is, so something I guess I can explain about this game as we walk back is that the wind is a force in the game. Surprise, surprise. And right now I'm walking into it. You can kind of see it wisping around on the screen occasionally. But I'm walking straight into the wind. It makes me move slower, and it makes me get colder much faster. You can see in the bottom left corner my temperature is plummeting. It's harder to walk into the snow. If I get over here against this wall of snow, you'll see I'm actually more shielded from the wind. And at the top middle of my screen, there's an icon that shows that I'm blocking the wind currently. And you can see that my cold isn't going down as fast anymore. And I can move fast enough to break my ankle. Or my wrist, it looks like. That's lovely. What a great way to do that. What a pain in the ass. Do I even have the stuff for this? Sprained wrist. Yeah, we can bandage it up. Do I have any painkillers? Yeah, I do. Just take some fucking Tylenol and bandage up her boo-boo. Alright, can we make it back to the gas station without getting mauled to death? Alright, we're gonna put a lot of faith in this. And he's not scared. Yes, he is. I guess he is. He did get scared.
Did I
He got scared. He got scared.
I hate being cold, because I really do.
I think he got like closer to the flare and then got scared. I think that's what happened there. And look, we made it back to our gas station. Home sweet
I
home.
wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Easy clap. Easy clap. Sleep in the bed. Save the game. We're home, boys. Let it come back up. All right. That's going to save. I'm going to switch over to this. All right. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I have a cozy Christmas background. Here. Here, you can have some like classy piano. I'm gonna find somewhere to send y'all. I don't think I'm gonna find it on the logged out Twitch front page. Of course, they want my. This piano that I just like randomly put on. No runner playing more enjoyable. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you could join me, and I'm glad I could be some background or side noise or anything else. Yeah, I'm happy anybody stops by and watches what I'm doing. Appreciate it. Appreciate the resubs. Appreciate the check-ins. All that. It's always enjoyable. And I do say I'd like to do it more, but you know how it's been going lately. But we'll see. I'd like to do more Long Dark. We do still have Deltarune to play, amongst other things. So we'll see how the month goes and how much free time I have and whether or not I'm back anytime this week. But I'd like to. Let's see. Do, 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 do. I got somewhere to send you guys. Stay cozy, y'all. Have a good night. And I'll be back sometime, maybe this week, maybe tomorrow. If you want to know, just join the Discord, !Discord. And I'll probably post more in there than I do anywhere else. Anyway, have a good night, guys. See you later.
Hey, it's that time.
Yeah, shut up, Tars. Get out of here. Bye. Good night. Leave.